from Tokyo. He is a Nikon ambassador. He's one of the best celebrity Hollywood portrait people I have ever met. He is my twin brother. Ladies and gentlemen, Matthew Jordan Smith. He's just a lot taller.
We look the same, man. How you guys doing? You look beautiful. Today we're going to talk about that. Finding your beauty. Because a lot of people have a hard time finding that. I mean, really, what is it? We're going to talk about that and how you can use that to make your clients feel beautiful, feel comfortable, and get more powerful pictures. I love photography, and I'm known for photographing celebrities and models. That leads to a lot of other stuff. So today, I want to show you beyond just that, how you work with real people, make them comfortable, feel beautiful, and get better images. So I live in Tokyo. And this year, actually, this year and end of last year, I started working on this new project. And photographing real people is part of this project. So how do you make them feel beautiful, feel comfortable, and pull out their best images? Well, this is one of my subjects. I've been shooting her for now the last 3 months. She's a famous Japanese dancer, and she actually goes all over the world doing different types of Japanese dance, so she knows them all. And she's in very elaborate costumes. But she doesn't always feel beautiful. As a matter of fact, she's always telling me like, oh, Matthew, I'm so happy you're photographing me, I'm not beautiful. I'm like, yes, you are. You have to make people feel a certain way to pull that out in their images. Well, how do you do that? We'll go deep into that. I'm always looking for beauty. And it's not just your average beauty. What we find beautiful is totally up to each and every one of us. So I live in Tokyo. One day I'm jumping on the train and I walk in and I see this girl and I think she's drop dead beautiful. So I had no idea if she's Japanese or not, so I approach her, which is hard to do in Japan, because people don't really do that. But I approach her because if I don't, I'll miss that moment. And I ask her in Japanese, "Sumimasen, may I photograph you?" And we start talking, and I find out she is Japanese. English doesn't look it, but she's born in Japan, raised in Japan, and by her mannerisms, she's all Japanese. So we start talking in my broken Japanese, and I talk her into doing pictures. And over the last year, we've been shooting quite a bit. Now, she's now signed with an agency in Los Angeles and modeling. But when I met her in the subway, she wasn't. When I first saw her, I'm like, this girl is absolutely beautiful. And I'm shooting her over and over and over again. And hopefully I'll be shooting her even more this year. But each and every time, I've got to work to make her feel beautiful. I see it right away. You see it in your clients, whomever they are. But you've got to make them feel a certain way. That's the power of you being a photographer. You pulling something out of your clients that makes them feel comfortable with you. When you do this, they are your client forever. So today, let's go into that. I use movement to make people feel comfortable. If you're shooting them and you feel that they're not comfortable, change things around. Let them move a little bit. Have fun. Experiment. So here's the same model where I teach her how to move, and in the movement, I add color. It makes it fun for them. They get to relax. They forget about taking pictures, and you get something special. So here I'm using my Z7 I'm letting the autofocus do all the work. She's moving the entire time, but the autofocus is tracking and capturing her in an instant. We have amazing gear today, amazing glass, amazing cameras. It makes our job easier, but it is up to you to make them feel comfortable, feel beautiful, feel handsome. How do you do that? Make that connection. Have fun. Push yourself to do different things. If you've been doing the same thing year after year, push yourself to experiment. This is a 1-second exposure. I played around, experimented, used different gels. So I'm using constant lights and strobe and having them move and then getting the image. It makes it fun for them. It makes it fun for you. Have fun. This is photography. It's an amazing art form. You make it what you want it to be. You find your beauty. The beauty of shooting, the beauty of creating. Now, most people, they can't see their own beauty. As a matter of fact, none of us has ever seen ourselves. We only see a reflection of ourselves. I see you. I see your beauty. You may not. Your clients may not. You've got to make them feel beautiful. This is not just for average people or models, it's also our biggest celebrities. They walk in, they may be feeling bad. I've got to make them feel a certain way to get that image. That's why people hire me, for how I make them feel. And that comes out in the image. So, last year I was taking a lot of reflections of people, finding their beauty. Because very often, people have a hard time finding their own beauty. As a photographer, this is your job, to make them feel a certain way. It's really your superpower. You have the best gear possible. Nikon cameras, Nikon glass. Now, you use that gear to help them find their beauty, their confidence. It's basically what it is. Their beauty or their masculinity or whatever it is, it's their confidence. And you are in control of that. So, be confident, make them feel a certain way, and then use your cameras to capture the moment. This young lady is in Vegas, and every time I come here, I photograph her. As a matter of fact, I shot her the last 2 days while I was here in Vegas. And each time, I push it to get new stuff. It's always fun. It always takes maybe an hour, but we just collaborate and we push ourselves each and every time to get new work. I absolutely love that. You find your beauty by creating. You help them find their beauty. That's how it happens. You get better stuff each and every time. So I have a niece. She's young, and she wasn't feeling beautiful. But I've seen her grow up her entire life. And now she's at the age where I think she can now start to model. I think she has that in her. I've always thought she's had it, but she's never seen it. So this is my very first photo shoot of her, where I'm showing her what I've seen her entire life. But this day, she definitely did not feel it. So my entire time, this is her very first photo shoot. I'm telling her to relax. I'm taking her out of the idea of posing, because I don't think beauty is really in a pose. That's acting how you've seen somebody else act beautiful. I think it's you being comfortable in your own skin and letting that come out. projecting your soul. And this moment was just that, having her relax and just stare right into the camera. And then I just talked to her. We talked, and the entire time I'm shooting, trying to help her feel confident and find her beauty. Then I made the image, I showed her the print, I actually made a real physical print, and she started crying. Seeing herself for the first time, the way I've always seen her. I love this about photography. We have our ideas. We have our vision. Maybe your client doesn't have that vision, but it's up to you to transform them and give them not just a beautiful picture, but give them an amazing experience. So a model came to, actually a young model came to Tokyo. I loved her look, and I wanted to change her around. So this is the moment of showing this client how I saw her. She's becoming somebody. She lives in LA. She came to LA, she came to Tokyo for like 3 months, and I saw her, met her, I wanted to transform her. So this is her seeing herself in the makeup for the first time, and this is what she became. We went out in Ginza in the street, and I just shot her the way I envisioned her. And she loved this shoot. She never imagined herself this way. You have this power as a photographer to transform people, and not just their image, transform how they feel. She will never forget this day. It's special. Special to her, special to you. Share how you feel with your clients and watch things change. Have fun, experiment. I'm always pushing the boundaries, doing things different. Now, yes, this is probably a bit much, but it's a lot of fun for her, a lot of fun for me, as we got to capture this moment. There's still glitter somewhere in the studio. It never goes away. But it's fun. She will never forget this moment. And neither will you when you connect with your client and make them feel a certain way. I love shooting with my Z7. I can go tight and close and show detail. It's an amazing camera, amazing gear. And thank you for Nikon for always giving us great gear. Now, I look for inspiration all the time. And maybe some of you are having a hard time finding your inspiration, but it's all around us. Here we are in February, and in Tokyo, it's been a very warm summer. It's actually a time of year where it's usually freezing. But this year, the cherry blossoms are going to come 2.5 weeks earlier than normal. I love this time of year. And I use it to find my inspiration and put it into my pictures. This is from last season, seeing Sakura season. Cherry blossom is called Sakura in Japan. And this is me turning that into an image. Find your inspiration. What makes you feel good? What makes you feel happy? You go see an amazing movie. You walk out feeling a certain way. Turn that feeling into images. We see color all around us. Use color. Use the seasons to connect, play around, and add that little special something into your images. This is one of my favorite models. I've been shooting her for over a decade now. And we always get together and do something new, fresh, and different. I love shooting this way. I'm using my 105. I'm shooting wide open at 1.4. I would never have done that before. But with mirrorless, I can do that with confidence. It's fun. Find your inspiration, put it into your images, do something different. Make people feel comfortable, feel beautiful, and watch how that changes everything. So, I love photography, and it's awesome for us to have this power to create, to connect, to make people feel special. I shot an author recently. She's a client of mine I've been shooting for a long time, Terry McMillan. She's got a book coming out beginning of next month. I've been shooting her easily 15 years. She's probably one of the hardest clients I had to photograph because she doesn't feel confident and she moves around a lot. So I gotta shoot fast and distract her to get a moment. So we had finished doing the shoot this day, and we're just talking, having fun, and I put the camera down, we're having a conversation, and she's laughing. I put the camera up again, and I get this image. She had forgot about shooting, she was relaxed, and I can see it. And I captured the moment in an instant. That's what our gear can help us do today. Find that special moment. If I'm doing a shoot and the client's nervous, I'll pretend like the shoot's over. Say, okay, we've got it. They're relaxed mentally. They're like, oh, it's done. And then I'll start again. That always works. Because they release it all. They're like, oh, okay, it's done. I can finish, go with my life. He's like, wait 1 second. I start shooting all over again, and you get great shots. I love shooting Terry McMillan. And this day was a great day. But sometimes I get hired to photograph people who aren't famous, the average person. And last month, we had CES here in Vegas, and I was here, and I was hired by a client who was in Detroit, who wanted to hire me to do portraits. This woman had never been photographed professionally before. She's lost a lot of weight, she's been weightlifting for a while, and she was very happy with where she was. And she wanted to make new portraits. But she's a housewife, she's always in workout gear, she's never seen herself looking beautiful. So I go to Detroit, and I set up to do her portraits, and this is the first moment of doing those images. She's a housewife. She works out every day in the gym. And she finally wants to make images that portray how she looks at this time. This is an awesome power that we have as photographers to transform people and make them feel comfortable, make them feel beautiful. Again, I'm shooting wide open. She's not a model. She's not used to being in front of the camera. She was uncomfortable and nervous until I made her forget about the photo shoot and just connected with her. Made it simple, made it fun, and we got incredible images that she's so happy with, and I'm so happy with. This is so much fun to watch somebody finally see their beauty. Imagine how they're going to feel for the rest of their life. How their friends will see them and react to their pictures that you create. And guess who hires you and refers you from now on? That client that you made feel beautiful or special or handsome or confident. We all have that power. All you gotta do is use your superpower. Make that connection. Now again, If they feel uncomfortable, get them moving. Here's that dancer again, I showed you earlier, and I got her moving. She's wearing a very heavy kimono. I played music, had her close her eyes, forget about me, forget about the lights and all the other stuff, and get lost in the moment. If they feel nervous, have them close their eyes and get them to move and watch how things happen. This day was so much fun, and I watched her transform right in front of my eyes. Mirrorless, autofocus, finding the eyes, fun, simple. I do this a lot. And it's always beautiful, always fun. And you get great shots, they have fun, and you get amazing moments. This is the best profession in the world, I feel. Being a creator, having fun, doing what we love. This is an art form. It's not just a picture. It's a connection tool that you can use to make connections with people that hire you forever. Now, sometimes I'll have my clients stand still and let movement happen all around them, like this. This is Tokyo in the busiest area called Shibuya. And I love showing motion there, so I'm shooting there all the time. But I know a lot of women love shoes. So I started doing this series focused on beautiful shoes. And I've been having a lot of fun doing this. Shooting low, as everybody walks by, shooting at a very shallow depth of field. This has been fun. And showing it in a different way. Always, always experiment. Have fun. And then I turn it to my subjects and do the same thing. Have them stand still and watch everybody walk by. This is a lot of fun in Japan because when people see you taking pictures, they'll stop. So I have to pull out my cell phone and pretend I'm doing something else as I'm shooting for a remote to do this picture. And I love doing it. It's so much fun to do this. But in making people feel beautiful, sometimes you gotta relax and just let it happen all around you. It should not be just one picture that happens in a photo shoot. You should have several amazing pictures that happen in the course of all of this. And today I want to show you a little bit of behind the scenes of what that looks like. I love shooting this way. And I've been shooting it all over the world for like the last 2 years now. It's fun, it's interesting. It changes in each place. If I shoot this in New York, it's very different than shooting it in Japan. If I shoot it in London, it's very different than shooting it anywhere else. So hopefully, in the next 3-4 years, I have a big collection of these images. But I love doing it. It's fun for me to experiment and always push the boundaries. I live in a very busy city, and this is how I show it, because that area is always busy. There's always a lot of movement. Even though now it's probably a little less busy because of what's going on in the world, still, document your life wherever you are, what's going on. Show it in your images. Your picture should not just feel like the pictures from 10 years ago. We're in a new world. It's a new decade. Show today what's going on in your life today, where you are, how you feel. Make people feel beautiful. When you do, you get clients for life. I live in Tokyo. I work all over America all the time. I'm here like almost 11 times a year. Last year I came back 11 times for clients. Why are they hiring me versus anybody else in the States? Because of how you make them feel. It's special. Your cameras are great, but your superpower is you. Make that connection, make them feel special, handsome, smart, beautiful, confident. If you do that, you'll have clients for life. Guys, I'm Matthew Jordan Smith. I love photography. I know you do too. Thank you for today. Next, we have coming up Mike Corrado, who's gonna rock the house. Thank you, guys. Enjoy WPPI.
My twin, Matthew Jordan Smith. All right, you get to hand off the clicker. I don't usually